The ship left port just before dawn, its horn cutting through the fog like a warning no one wanted to hear. It was a routine coastal run, cargo below, crew above, passengers scattered between decks with coffee cups and quiet hopes. People boarded carrying ordinary things, backpacks, groceries, secrets. No one boarded expecting to die. By the time the shoreline dissolved into open water, the vessel had settled into its rhythm. Engines hummed. Metal groaned. The sea slapped the hull like an impatient hand. That night, a junior deckhand named Matteo Cruz didn't show up for his watch. At first, it felt small. Ships are full of near misses and minor mistakes. Someone overslept. Someone forgot the time. But when Matteo's bunk was found empty, his boots still neatly lined beneath it, a cold unease crept through the crew. The captain ordered a search. They found Matteo at the stern just before midnight. He was tangled in rope, his body battered, his eyes open and staring at nothing. The official log would later say, accidental fall during night duties. But the men who lifted him knew better. Rope doesn't tie itself. Once a ship leaves port, it becomes its own universe, no escape, no witnesses, no help coming fast. Everyone knows everyone. And everyone knows when something is wrong. Whispers moved faster than the ship itself. Matteo had argued earlier that day with Victor Hale, the ship's security officer, an ex-contractor with a temper and a reputation for handling problems off the books. The argument was about a locked container in the cargo hold, one that wasn't listed on the manifest. When the second engineer tried to inspect it the next morning, he was told, firmly, to walk away. By then, fear had replaced routine. On the third day at sea, a passenger named Lydia Morrow vanished. Lydia was quiet, traveling alone, writing constantly in a leather-bound notebook. She had asked too many questions, about routes, about cargo, about why certain areas were restricted. Her cabin was undisturbed. Her notebook was gone. This time, the captain couldn't pretend it was an accident. He locked down the ship. That decision sealed their fate. Late that night, the chief engineer broke protocol and opened the container. Inside were weapons, unregistered firearms wrapped in oilcloth, along with bricks of narcotics sealed in plastic. Enough to ruin lives, enough to get people killed. The vessel wasn't just transporting cargo. It was part of a floating crime scene. And someone on board was willing to murder to protect it. As if the sea itself sensed the truth, a storm rolled in without mercy. Waves slammed the ship. Lights flickered. Panic spread. During the chaos, the chief engineer was stabbed in the engine room. He survived, barely. Before losing consciousness, he whispered one name. Victor. But Victor was already gone. They found him at dawn, trying to lower a lifeboat in rough seas, the stolen notebook tucked under his arm. Lydia had discovered everything. She planned to expose the operation at the next port. Victor silenced her. Matteo saw it happen. Matteo didn't survive the truth. Cornered and desperate, Victor confessed, not to remorse, but to necessity. He claimed the job paid too well. That everyone had a price. That the ocean was perfect for cleaning up mistakes. As authorities closed in by helicopter, Victor jumped. The sea took him without a sound. When the ship finally docked, it arrived heavier than when it left, burdened with evidence, trauma, and names that would never go home. The official reports spoke of smuggling, homicide, gross negligence. But the survivors tell a different story. They talk about the silence after Matteo's death. The empty cabin where Lydia once slept. The way the ocean looked calm, too calm, after it was done. Because some crimes don't need dark alleys or hidden rooms. Sometimes, they happen in plain sight. On a vessel with nowhere to run. Surrounded by water that never tells what it knows. If this story kept you on edge, hit the like button and subscribe for more real, dark, and suspense-filled true crime stories from places you never expect. Which moment shocked you the most, and do you think the truth would have come out if the ship never docked? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them.